Is there not some time when you simply pause as you look at yourself in the mirror, or perhaps even discover an old jacket tucked away in a corner of your closet? You suddenly realize what's going on. You begin to reflect upon all that has taken place over the past few years, the places from which you have departed, the individuals you no longer converse with, the silent wars not only you were aware of. Life has taken its toll. You should totally be a different person by now, one who has become toughened by life. However, when you take a closer look, you realize something rather bizarre. Despite everything, it's still you. Let's talk about life for a second. We live in a world that is obsessed with the idea of transformation. We are repeatedly bombarded with the notion that we are to reinvent ourselves. Every new year brings a new you. Every new city brings a new you, they said. It's as if each time we overcome an obstacle, we peel off a layer of skin and metamorphosize into someone totally different from who we were before. And for some time, we even buy into it. You grow up, shoulder new responsibilities, make your way in life on your own terms, and gradually develop this layer of protection. You master paying your own bills, booking your own appointments, and putting on a mask of courtesy even when you are dead tired. But what they don't tell you about growing up, or moving forward in this case, is the profound disconnect between the person you have to be on the outside and the person you still are on the inside. Now, think back to who you were 5 or maybe 10 years ago. Now imagine explaining your current situation to your former self. No doubt you would be amazed at how you have coped with everything you have had to endure. You would see the hardships you have overcome, the stress you handle on a daily basis, and the decisions you have made, and marvel at how much of a superhero you are, or perhaps more accurately, how completely grown up you were. It is as if we believe that crossing certain hurdles will somehow reprogram our brains. We believe that once we accomplish something like moving out of the house or overcoming a difficult period in our lives, then we will automatically feel mature. Yet, despite all that, you remain the same individual who gets anxious prior to making a phone call. You are exactly the same with regard to how you laugh at jokes. You derive the same sense of contentment from the same rainy days and the same kinds of food that you love to eat. The world made you change yourself into an altered individual. And you adapted, sure. You've learned the rules of the game. But the you inside, the quiet observer behind your eyes, that never changed. Now, with that said, the statement, despite everything, the word everything, holds a lot of meaning. We all know that life is not a straightforward path, but a very complicated one. There is always an everything that people drag along with them. They include the failures they are ashamed of speaking about. They are made up of relationships that fell through because of distance and time, or other factors. There are times when you are unable to sleep at night, questioning whether your decisions are correct. That everything consists of the burdens that one must shoulder. Life can sometimes become so tough that you feel like you cannot take the following day into your hands. We all collect wounds. We create barriers to protect ourselves since the world can be a noisy and intimidating place. And when you go through all of that, you naturally assume that the innocence or the essence of who you used to be has been erased. You think that going through hard, tough times means that the old you is gone forever, replaced by this tired, cynical version of yourself. But here's the most beautiful part: the realization that inspired all of this. It didn't erase you. After all the titles, after all the busy work, after all the pressure, the basic structure is completely untouched. This is not failure. It is not a sign that you have not matured. It is the sign of your unyielding strength. Think about it for a minute. Everything the universe had to offer came at you. It forced you to adjust. It took your time, attention, and effort, and you did give it. You gave your best, and you made it through everything, and yet the universe could not break your heart or you. You still found the same stupid jokes funny. You still hold the same modest dreams inside, and you look at the world like a child, but with a deeper understanding of how things really work. You are the anchor in your own life. So, if you ever feel like you are losing your way here, if you find yourself surveying your surroundings and finding yourself completely bewildered by all the changes that have occurred, take a deep breath, gaze into the mirror, and give yourself some slack for failing to figure out everything just yet. Realize that the everything you have been carrying on your back has led you to precisely where you are now. And know that despite the many storms and years that have passed since then, it is still you, and you are still doing alright.